Greetings, YouTube. It looks like these YouTube issue videos are going to become a series. Yay. So I'm having an issue with unsubscribing from YouTube channels. Now, a little background. When YouTube made the final move to the G Plus merger, I logged on one day and discovered that I had two YouTube channels. One YouTube channel had all of my video content on it and no subscriptions. The other half of my YouTube channel had all of my subscriptions and no video content. It didn't even recognize that I had a YouTube channel, even though all of my subscriptions were in that half of the of my channel. And every time I log in now, it gives me the option of logging into these two halves. I migrated all of my subscriptions over to this half of my channel, which had the content. Funny about that, seeing as I've got thousands of videos, and I kind of wanted to keep those. Well, not all of them. I never subscribed to some of the channels at all. However, I did unsubscribe from quite a few. I didn't get rid of the other list completely, however, because I don't know what happens if I do. And knowing YouTube, I might be borking myself down the line if I do that. So the other half of my channel, which is just subscriptions, no content of any kind whatsoever, does still exist, though I visit it so rarely I often forget that it's there. Clicking on the half of my channel that I want to go to has become so reflexive I don't even think about it any longer. The problem I have is there's a number of channels that I have unsubscribed to over the years. Specifically because I'm no longer interested in the content, or because the people who own the channels or piss me off, or what have you. I can't get them out of my feed. Now, they're not in the subscription list on the content half of my channel, the channel I use, the half I use. And they're not in my subscription list on the other half of my channel that I don't use, which is just subscriptions. So there is nothing in either of my YouTube connections that subscribe me to these people. And yet, they still show up in my feed. And some of them are daily uploaders. How do I stop them? What do I have to do to make them go away? Do I have to block them? I would not like to not go nuclear on these people. They've done nothing wrong to me. I just don't want them in my feed anymore. And this is just another shining example of how the whole YouTube G Plus merger was an absolute nightmare, which should have never have been done, and it is still going to haunt us for years to come. If I could give a Venn diagram of YouTube and G+, it would be two circles that don't touch. And that's what they should be like. The Venn diagram should be no crossover. There should be no connection whatsoever between YouTube and G+. None! But there is, of course. I just wanted to make a comment on a channel, a website a few minutes ago. Discovered the only option I have is through G+. Unless I want to get another social media connection. I can't just do it through Gmail any longer, like I used to be able to do. So since I have to use G+, I simply will not be leaving comments on that website, ever. Because I refuse to do that. Because if I wanted to type it, the only option to publish the comment would be share. And I want to share nothing with G+. Nada. So, I'm asking, can anybody out there tell me, how do I get subscriptions out of my feed that I am not subscribed to? This baffles me. And I would love if some tech-savvy person out there could tell me how.